ELO's Mr. Blue Sky is literally one of the happiest songs that has ever been written. And if you tried to write a happy song before, then you will know how hard it is to write happy, uplifting songs that don't sound cliche and cheesy. How did they do this? A bit about the song. Mr. Blue Sky was written by Jeff Lynne in a Swiss chalet, and it was on the ELO's 1977 Out of the Blue album. What's it about? It was dark and misty for 2 weeks, and I didn't come up with a thing, Jeff Lynne told the BBC. Suddenly the sun shone, and it was, wow, look at those beautiful Alps. I wrote Mr. Blue Sky and 13 other songs in the next 2 weeks. It is such a simple concept. A rainy or cloudy day coming to an end. Why does this song resonate with people? Often it really is the simplest things that connect with us. There's no barrier to entry with this song. There's no cryptic, poetic, pretentious language to understand. You can relate to this song literally, just being happy when a rainy day comes to an end and the sun comes out. Or metaphorically, as if you're going through a bad time and you see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's just a simple concept, and either way, metaphorically or literally, it's a positive, uplifting message and a really happy song. How did they achieve this connection with people? The brilliance of this song is in no small part down to Jeff Lynne's expertise in the studio. He has stated that he never really liked the live version that they did of this song. I don't like it at all, the live sound. It was just not much fun for me being the producer. On the record, there was 30-piece string section and probably a 20-piece choir on some songs, so that doesn't really add up to 2 cellos, a violin, and no choir. As well as being a studio masterpiece, this song is beautifully composed. Now the harmony is quite intricate, but it doesn't feel at all overwhelming. There's this kind of forward momentum to it, but not really aiming for a particular destination. It starts with an F major chord, which feels like it's the home chord, the tonic. And this then goes from an E minor 7 to an A7. This is a 2-5 that leads us to a D minor chord. 2-5s are very common chord changes that provide a sense of movement into a place of resolution, in this case the D minor chord. This D minor chord goes to a G7 chord. Now these chords also sound like a 2-5 change. D minor being the 2 chord and G7 being the 5 chord in C. But we don't go to a C major or a C major 7. Instead we go to an E minor 7. Now C major 7 and E minor actually have a lot of similarities, so changing to an E minor 7 here sounds satisfying, but not quite as resolved as a C major chord does. This E minor 7, like before, goes to an A7, so this is the same 2-5 chord change again that we heard earlier, which led us to D minor. So that's 3 2-5 chord changes played back to back. But this time we don't go to D minor. This time we go to B flat, which is the 4 chord, the subdominant chord. The subdominant function doesn't sound resolved in the context of the key, but it also doesn't feel like it's wanting to pull us anywhere in particular. 2-5 chord changes provide movement to get you to a place of resolution. This is why you usually find they're followed by a 1 chord. But these 2-5s flow into each other instead of going to a 1 chord. And this creates this feeling of forward momentum without feeling like they're heading anywhere in particular. Just like in the song, they're just happily moving the song forward. I tried this starting on a C major chord. Then I used a 2-5, so E minor to A7, to get me into a D minor chord, which I used as a 2 chord going to the 5 chord, which is G7, which led me really nicely back to C. Let's go back to Mr. Blue Sky. The chorus starts with a D minor chord, and then we stay on the D minor, but the bass note changes. We descend by a whole step to a C, which provides the first descending motion of the chorus, making this new chord a D minor / C chord. This descends by another whole step, but this time to a B flat major chord. Then we change to an F major, but to keep this descending motion in the bass, They change the bass note of this F major chord to an A, which makes the chord an F major / A chord. This descends again to a G minor chord. So it's all just going down by these whole steps. And then it finally descends another whole step to an F major chord where it all started. This series of whole step drops provides a smooth descending feel which perfectly reminds you of how good it is that the sun is out, and this sets us perfectly back up for the verse again. This contrast from the bouncing feel of the verses to this descending feel in the chorus just suits the mood of this song, and it works great. It's a simple song about being happy that the sun is out, and the music perfectly reflects the mood of what the theme of the song is saying. Absolutely brilliant. Subscribe.